that time again, week 15 of Operation Crafty Capers, and it's the last week of our summer play scheme. So I thought I would just do something simple this week as you'll all be getting ready for going back to school. So this week we're going to be making a name keyring. Don't know if you can see, that's mine for Nicola, but in your packs you'll have your name in beads, so hopefully all the letters are there and none have fallen out. So what you'll need to get started from your kit is your scissors. Don't need anything else. And then you'll need the silver keyring loop there, the plastic cord, Scooby-Doo type stuff, and there should be 6 beads of different colours, and then the letters of your name, hopefully. So we'll just get started. So take your plastic cord and one of your beads and thread it on. And then once it's threaded on, we'll just tie it on. And we'll do a couple of ties just to make sure that it doesn't come off. So that's 1, and that's 2, and this is 3, and then we'll just do one more for luck. Why not? It's a knot. 4, and then we'll take our scissors and cut off the excess, the extra bit that's on there, but don't cut it too close to the knot because it might come undone. So just give an extra pull to make sure that's done there, and then snip. Now this isn't recyclable, so it'll have to go in the bin, but it's just a little ickle bit. Then we'll take another 2 beads. It doesn't matter which colour, it's up to you what pattern you want to do with your beads. So we'll thread them on all the way down to the bottom, and that's the 3 beads on there. Now what you'll need to do next is get your beads and put them in order so that it spells your name. So I've got 6 letters for Nicola, like so, and you'll have whatever spells out your name. Some names were really short and some were really long. It's just how it is. Now what you'll need to do is be careful how you put your name beads onto your keyring, because you'll need to see if you want your name going up the way or down the way. So because I'm going to be putting the silver key loop at the top, I thought it would be better to have the name going down the way. So if you have your name on your table facing you, there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either get your plastic cord and thread it through the beads as they're sitting on the table, so you pick them all up in one go, or you can pick them up and thread them on one by one. It's up to you, whichever one you find easiest. So we'll put the beads on like so. It's probably easier for me to think this through because I'm left-handed, so it's easier working backwards. But just thread them all on, and then when it's facing you, it'll have your name. So I'll turn it round like that, and it'll have your name spelt out like that. And then get your other 3 beads that are left and thread them on. 1, 2, 3, and on they go. And that's your keyring. You just need to finish it off with your silver loop. I said this one was going to be easy this week. This is going to take no time at all, which is good because then you can use your time for the game we've got coming up later. So we'll just tie on our keyring like so. And we'll just pop that like that, and we'll do a couple of more knots just to make sure that it doesn't come off. So that was 1, this is 2. Like so, and then we'll do 3. And then we will do, just tighten that off. Then we will do 4, just to make sure. Oh. Now if I've gone a bit fast for you, you can always rewind, pause, and do whatever you need to do to get your keyring made. Just make sure that's nice and tight. And then get your scissors and cut off the extra bit. Remember not to go too close to the knot. And then you can make another thing with this. You could make a necklace, a bracelet, another keyring if you've got more beads in the house. Don't throw it away because it'll come in handy at some point. Always does. And that is our keyring. Obviously it'll have your name on your one, but that's it. Something nice and simple for the last week of summer play scheme. So that's craft for this week. Coming up next is your your play scheme game, and then you'll have your quiz and your cheesy joke at the end. So the game this week is going to be slightly different. It's in 2 parts, but I won't spoil it. See you in a bit. I'm back! Now it's time for our play scheme game, and this week it's a scavenger hunt. So in your kit I gave you a little swag bag, and in the swag bag your paper's cream, but I ran out so mine's is white. That's not it. You can tell I rehearse. Inside is your sheet of what you'll need to look for. So that's all of that there. and I'm not sure how to attach a copy of this to a YouTube video because it's in a PDF, so I'm not sure. So you could either pause the video and take a screenshot so it's on your phone if you needed a copy for yourself. But that's what we're doing. So you'll see from your scavenger hunt there that you need to get in teams, or you can do it on your own if you want. Given that we have unfortunately gone into another lockdown in Aberdeen, we won't be able to mix with other households just now. So it might have to be either yourself if you're the only kid in your house, or if you've got brothers and sisters, you could do it with them as well. But I have said to grab a grown-up, but hopefully when you grab a grown-up, it is a grown-up that you know and not just some random off the street. Because I don't think they would appreciate being dragged into a park. So, I will say that at the start in bold it says, to start you on your crafty caper, you'll need a tree, a crayon and some paper. And I forgot to put in an A4 sheet of paper into your swag bag for you to do your scavenger hunt. So I apologise, and if you have a bit of A4 paper going about the house, great, see if you can use that. If you don't, you can use the back of your scavenger hunt and use that because you'll need that bit for later. So you just work through, there's 10 things that you need to find on your quest. And they've all got little clues on what to do. And then when you've found all 10, come back to this video and I'll show you what you'll be making with all the things that you've found. But don't just run through the video and find out what it is, that's cheating. Do your scavenger hunt first, get all your bits and pieces, and then come back to this video. So once again, I'll see you in a bit. So you're back. Have you done the quest, or have you just continued on with the video just to see what we're making? I don't know. I'm not psychic. But hopefully you did press pause and went and did your scavenger hunt and have come back to the video to see what we're going to be making. So you've got your swag bag full of goodies, and you might have got a clue at the bottom of your, where is it? The bottom of your paper, it said, got all 10? Well, that's plenty then. Now it's time to take your loot and head on home because I am Groot. Watch the YouTube video and you will see how you can make a mini me. And that is what we're going to try and do. We're going to make I am Groot mini version. So just put the swag to the side. And I will severely embarrass myself at this point when I show you my attempt at Groot. If I were Groot, I would be saying, I am Groot. I don't think Groot would be very happy with that portrait of himself. Very, very unique, we'll put it that way. So we'll see what you can come up with. Just pop that to the side there. You're going to need your craft kit for this bit, and you're going to need your pens, your glue, and your scissors. And what you'll also need is a spare bit of newspaper or a tablecloth or if you've got a spare bit of paper, or you could use the Quest paper. And what we're going to do is tip out our bag. Now that's why I said we'd need the newspaper or something, because I don't think the grown-up of the house would appreciate all your bits and pieces from the park laying about the table, especially if it's the dining table, because you'd be eating your meal there next. So that's all the findings. And you might have noticed, or maybe not, I popped in some googly eyes so that Groot can see how weird he looks. So where did I put my other googly eye? There we go. Just pop that to the side there. And then the piece of paper that you had your bark rubbing on, if you've done just in the little bits, that's fine, but hopefully you did the whole sheet so that it makes a background for Groot to stand on. He's not really standing, but I can't think how else to say it. So get your glue, and in the middle of your paper you're going to put a huge blob of glue. Just as we say in the Doric in Aberdeen, clart it on. So you're wanting your paper clarted in glue, which means lots and lots and lots of glue on your paper. So we're going to put lots of glue on the paper there, and we're going to start with Groot's body. I won't put the lid on yet because we'll be needing it again in a bit. So I'm going to go with this bit of bark. I wonder if you found out it was bark, and hopefully you took it from the ground and not from the tree, because it would have hurt the tree. So this was on the ground, and I'm going to use that as Groot's body. So we'll need to press it down for a bit to make sure that the glue sticks. I'm not really wanting to put my glue onto the bits and pieces, because then it'll have bits of outside and it'll stick to the bits of crafts we're making in the coming weeks, which won't be very nice. No. So that should be stuck down. And looking in my other bits and pieces, I can see some legs. Did you guess wood chips for the last clue? I'm going to use them for his arms and legs. So we'll put more glue on just to make sure that it sticks there, and pop on his legs, and then I'll get another bit for arms and stick that there. Looking at this piece of bark, it's a bit like a dress, so maybe this is going to be a Grootette rather than a Groot. There we go. And then I'm going to look in my findings, and we're going to look for something that we can use as his head. Let's see. It's a bit small. We could put two together, because this will be a bit more difficult, because I've already used bits to make my picture already. So I've just got the sort of leavings bits. But we'll give Groot a small head. You can give him a bigger one. There we go. And then we'll get little twigs for the bits out of his head and things. Yeah. Just looking at my picture I've done to see what I need to do next. If you don't manage to snap the twigs, you can use your scissors. And I'll just put more glue at the top. And what I said I didn't want to happen has happened. Some of the stuff's got stuck to the glue, but we can always wipe it. So we'll just stick some twigs to the top of our picture there. Yeah, we'll use that one. And then at the very bottom of the page, all the way across, put lots and lots of glue. And this is where the grass comes in. And if you figured out, daisies as well. And we're just going to make a scene for Groot to stand in. So get your grass and stick it down onto the glue bits, and your daisies. And just stick it down as well. In spring they bud, autumn, fall, it was leaves. So I don't know if you managed to collect some leaves, but we'll just stick them down as well. And I don't know if you noticed from my one, but I had an attempt at making an alien creature. It wasn't a good attempt. We won't say it's the best, but it's what we've got to work with. You could do a better one, and that could be a little pet for Groot. And just continue sticking. I don't have a lot of grass left, I've noticed. So I'll just put extra leaves down and some daisies. Now I cheated and got my stuff yesterday, all ready for today. So the daisies have wilted a bit, but it's fine. And I'm going to use the moss. It was Kate Moss and Sterling Moss. Moss is their second name. And I'm going to use the moss. And I don't know why. It seems to be a recurring theme. I'm going to give Groot a belly button. Just because it's funny. There we go. And get your googly eyes. And they're peelable. So just peel off the backing. There we go. And stick the eyes down onto Groot's face. Like so. Well, we'll go with that. It's yeah. I'm going to put a moss sun. Why not? We're on an alien planet. So that's going to be a moss sun. And it's decided to take some grass and things with it. And there we go. And I have an extra leaf. Will I do something with that? I know what we could do. The extra twigs, if you don't, you could use the wood chip for arms and legs for Groot, or you could use the twigs. It's up to you. But what I'm going to do is use the twigs to do a sort of tree in the corner here. Stick that down. Hold it down for a bit just so that glue sticks. And then I'm going to add some more twigs just to build up a sort of tree effect. I'll cut this one down. There we go. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to lift this up to show you, or if it's all going to fall off the page. We'll try it. Or will I do a little? Why not? I'll do a little alien pet for this Groot as well. So I'll just put another blob of glue, and I'll get this leaf. And that bit of the leaf could be a tail. And get a pen. And every pet will need legs for walkies. And we'll give it some ears and a head and a face. Very strange. Stick that down again. And I am now going to attempt lifting up the page. Will this work? I don't know. But that... Oh, no. Oh well, we've lost a tree. That is the Groot picture. There. So you can do your own version of Groot and see what you come up with all the bits and pieces that you've found. And then the bits that you don't use, don't throw them in the bin. You can put them into your garden or into your brown bin if you've got your recycling license on it, and that'll get taken away and put into the composter. Don't just throw it in the bin, because that would be a waste. And then if you've got extra, you could do another picture and do something completely different and come up with a huge different scene of nature, and you could Facebook it to me and I can pop it on and everyone can see your art and see what you've been up to. So I hope you've enjoyed this week. A different week, yeah. But hey ho. Next week will be week 16, and we'll just have a craft that week because today's the end of summer play scheme, and you've got 3 weeks left. So it'll be 16, 17 and 18, and that'll be the end of Operation Crafty Capers, because we'll get into the next season of Craft Club and we'll see if we're doing that in the community centre or if it'll still be online, but I'll let you know. So for just now, you'll get your quiz at the end of the video and then your cheesy joke, and then I'll see you next week. Bye just now.